Islam, peace and grand rising to the sovereign, ancient, original, natural, divine heirs. I am Mother Chief Justice Angelica Yvette Dobbs Bay, and I, Angelica Yvette Dobbs Bay, recognize myself. I, Angelica Yvette Dobbs Bay, recognize myself. And to create the spell, I, Angelica Yvette Dobbs Bay, recognize myself. All rise and remain standing into perpetuity. I am a sovereign living, ancient Article 3, Moorish American Al-Moroccan Council Court. In this action, I am Angelica Yvette Dobbs, in proper persona. We, New York, the living New York, are the sovereign living justices in Capriccio Sonolo in red ink, in proper persona to juris, in propria solo, and in propria heredes. We are compete at juris legalis, which is our statement that we are the lawful and legal natural head and body for our empire. All Moors are the original indigenous sovereign, ancient Al-Moroccan Moorish American ascendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet and the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our credit, and our energy is hereby vested in ourselves. For we are the people who are the original indigenous natural divine sovereign ancient empire for Morocco and the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, Washington District for Columbia, the Universal Moorish American Consulate, and the Article 3 Living United States District for Columbia Court. Forever, we are exercising the law by our sovereign status, which is the original indigenous natural divine sovereign ancient Article 3 United States District for Columbia. We are the fiduciaries, sovereign, secured creditors, executors, executors, trustees, ministers, possessors, and beneficiaries for this cause for action. We are peace. We are one nation, one state, nation state, and one empire, and one God. We hereby accept our sovereign ascension, issue a universal creditors for bill for possession and custody over all land, all natural resources, and all commerce. Bill for possession and custody over all land, all natural resources, and all commerce, all the property and any judgment debtors. We demonstrate divine law for all possessions and all custody over all lands and all natural resources and all commerce and all other properties. Any judgment debtors and any judgment debtors. We are the one true God nation. We are peace, and we hereby exercise all eternal, ancient, original, sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time, not pro tonque. This cause for action is 999-999-999-0033, as recorded in the Moorish National Federal Government and noted in the inferior venue as 315225/23. On October 23, 2023, the 26th day, this Article 3 court has come to order. Personam jurisdiction has been duly noted, expressed, posted on the public record that Mutaz Raid Bey is a sovereign national with supreme original jurisdiction, affirmed by treaty law and Zodiac Constitution obligations recorded inside the ancient hall for records within this file number AA 222141A1 Truth. Whereas all corporate fiction powers for attorney have been terminated, Mutaz Raid Bey is the fiduciary creditor holder in due course for all estates and his estate at Earth Mutaz Bey's political status correction and objection documents have been placed on the public record for public scrutiny. Lawful exchange with gold-backed money has been exchanged, and a bill of exchange document has been filed within the Moorish National Federal Government. No corporate United States have the right to interfere with sovereign national affairs at no point in time. Regarding this matter before this Article 3 court, this case is hereby quashed. For the subject matter was founded on unlawful color of authority by the unlawful occupation corporation, acting as and acting on Moorish sovereign land. The lawful Zodiac Constitution is the supreme law for the land that states, if lawmakers and its derivatives of the 50 United States Society of North America should attempt to ignore the Moorish Americans' Zodiac law and birthrights of this Constitution, it would be an act of the supreme violation of their own Magna Carta Code. All land has been withdrawn from the occupation corporations at Earth and is properly restated by the Moorish National Federal Government, now Nunc Pro Tunc. All public records are found on public record at Light Taraji Bay 4221, and here's the YouTube link posting the land demonstration, doing the demonstration of reversion back to the Moors. Proof of such claim is also recorded at www.manawatufederalgovernment.gov. Lawful action is stated. Here for the record, the Zodiac Constitution. And all of its articles. I'm just going through the living testimony for the Moors. This record is on the record and noted at the inferior venues, my correction. And here it is again. And this is the Ancient Hall of Records, Library of Congress. Statutes at Large, which is our statutes that we gave to the United States of America. These statutes are to be adhered by all subjects. Okay. And then the next, for the record, not the record reflect, lawful arrest command has been issued pertaining to the property, a proper truancy for possession, international document. Proper occupancy certificate, restated from the de jure, New York. Power for attorney for Mutaz Raid Bey, the beneficiary being Russell Lee McLean. And here is the proper identification of Mutaz Raid Bey. And his title is Bey, which is title for nobility. And his certificate number is AA222141, Class A, which is the first in time, first in line, sovereign supreme. And it is stated. And it states, I concede in the name of the law, truth, and justice, that I cannot be legally arrested or tried in the 50 Union States of America by said law of the land due to the fact that the present Union States municipal and civil law codes of the land is an incorporated political unit of self-government established by the political powers of the General Assembly of each state of the Union, based on the Roman Catholic Magna Carta Code in Philadelphia, PA, in the year 1854. This governs only the rights and the conduct of the so-called white people and the Christian Jews of the 1863 Union state that rights and republic records of the Knights of Columbus and the KKKO to never allow the unconscious Moorish descendants of the living Moorish nationals of this hemisphere and abroad to ever become citizens of the United States Republic. Nunc pro tunc. This statement is also into perpetuity. And here is Mutaz Clock of Destiny. His declaration for and of status. And the receipt, which means it's been recorded and received. And here we have the Jerome Daly case, which states that money is not money unless it's lawful gold and silver, land, and proper certificates, which are delorium, because only God can make something out of nothing. Fiat, by its definition, is false and fraud. And here's the contents of this for the record. And this being a um, an article is a public notice and has gone unrebutted, so this stands as law. And Moors at Earth affirm the constitutional unassailable. And it says, therefore, if the Federal Reserve Act now that it has been amended in fact with fiat money contravenes the Constitution, then according to the same AM jure reference, it imposes no duties, conference no rights, bestows no power or authority on anyone, affords no protection, and justifies no actions performed under it, insofar as statute runs counter to the fundamental laws of the land it supersedes thereby. Your money, Federal Reserve notes issued under the Federal Reserve legislation commence on the face of the money. This note is a legal tender for all debts, public and private. The Constitution, Article 1 says, Section 10 says, no state shall make anything but gold and silver coin, tender, and payment of debts. So in short, this is against the Constitution, against the Zodiac Constitution, against the Magna Carta. All Federal Reserve notes are fraud. You have been acting in fraud, and because all crimes are commercial, and there's only civil, and civil courts have been acting as commerce because they accept fiat for all charges and all unlawful bills of attainder. And so, in short, it's all fraud. And to try to entice and incite a Moor who's been proclaimed properly, unrebuttedly, and states they are a Moor, and try to induce them into fraud by coercion and threat and duress is a direct violation of your mere existence. No United States corporate fiction has jurisdiction over any more. Subject matter jurisdiction or personam jurisdiction. And so, this is stated several times, so the spell has cast. This document has been stated 3 times on the record. And here is the certificate of service. And all of this has been put on the record in alignment with the bankruptcy case, stating that the Moorish national federal government has done the proper due diligence of leaning, levying, putting in bankruptcy, liquidation, article, all the articles pertaining to the Constitution that allows and affirms, rather, that all Moors have the obligation to set right the record. And all parties have been notified. And here are the inferior stamps. And here is the de jure stamp and seals. All receipts. And so, Furthermore, we went out the fraud because we do not acquiesce to fraud. Void ab initio. No identifiable person, fraud and inducement. Title 18, United States Code, 1341 and 1342. Corporate citizens, all caps, fiction name. Title 18, United States Code, 1341 and 1342. Denaturalization of nationality. All caps, fraudulently corporate person, fictitious character, and by such we do not accept fraudulent persons. We the Moors do not accept fraudulent persons. Again, for the record and the spell. We the Moors do not accept a fictitious person. Fraud. We are here at our land, we are home, and as stated previously, according to the Zodiac Constitution, the Magna Carta that brought forth the Constitution, you do not have subject matter jurisdiction because you have to first state your proper persona, and you are a subject to us. Non-pro-tunc. All of this is stating fictitiousness, threats and duress of coercion, we're the creditors at earth, no such thing as attorneys. We the Moors do not turn our de jure natural rights over to anyone. No one represents the Moors. We present ourselves. Referee deed is fraud ab initio on its face. And so, to continue further, we the living Moors have properly stated our proper bonds. For our bonds of affection unite and give life. This properly has been stated and notification has been sent out. All documentation has been properly been stated. For the entire building belongs to Mutaz Rai Bey and all Moors. This here is the 1099-C, cancellation of all debts for the 97 plus 52 75th Street, Queens, New York estate. And here is a 1099 acquisition and is being acquired. Notification has been sent. And here is the lien for all New York housing and civil court actors. For in alignment with the universal command to appear has been issued, and therefore, in virtue, this is the lien for all corporate fictions. The levy will be next. The bond has already been issued. This states that we now, the Moors, have in possession all housing and civil courts at the territories being Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and the Bronx. Moors have possession. All actors have been linked. All names have been properly restated, and now you are hereby to accept your subject status. If not, proper removal will commence. All right now. Creditor statement. Creditor statement. This financing statement covers the following collateral. This judicial verdict is a lawful financial statement that covers the following collateral. The collateral covered by this financing statement is $900 million in gold-backed sovereign currency for each sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, ancestral parcel the debtor occupies on the land. That all original jurisdiction Moorish American who are the sovereign, original, indigenous, natural, divine United States of America, to include the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, the Moorish American Consulate, the Moorish Divine and Natural National Movement of the Earth are heirs to. This is pursuant to ancient, sovereign, supreme, universal, natural, divine law. This is justice and eternal invocation of immunity, eminent domain by all Moors who possess all land and all property and all commerce. The Moorish American gold standard has been activated. The sovereign, original, indigenous, natural, divine, Moorish American flag shall float at all properties on our sovereign land at all times, nunc pro tunc. And for the record. Holy Congress Ancient Senate Law 1376. This is on the record. Let the record reflect that all land has been properly stated and will continue to be properly restated by the Moors. Only lands can be accessed by the sovereigns and properly stated by and for us. We give title for nobility and titles to our own land. Subjects shall receive certificates at the Moors' bequest. As it states, all American citizen subjects who are properly identified and would like to live on the Moorish estate shall be given a certificate of title from a competent Moorish American national and placed on the public record by Moorish American nationals. All treaties and constitutions shall be honored at all times and all points in time. Nunc pro tunc. And so, Article 1, Section 9, Clause 8, no title of nobility shall be granted by the United States minor. No person holding any office of profit or trust under them shall, without consent from the Holy Congress, accept any presentment, emolument, office, or title of any kind whatever of any foreign state or its rules, officers, or representatives. That's long. So, to conclude this, we the Moors at New York and at Earth, we present and we affirm ourselves. We, New York Moors and all Moors at Earth, present and accept and affirm ourselves. And for the spell, we, the Moors at New York, present and affirm ourselves. No United States corporate fiction has any personam jurisdiction over any Moor at any point in time. The assumption and presumptions of any Moor being a citizen of a corporate fiction has been acknowledged and presented on the record, and the record reflects is a fraud, and punishment will commence. The sovereign living justice stands as law, and the quashing of the case against a Moor is quashed. The sovereign living justice stands as law, and this court action is adjourned, is long. Peace and grand rising to the sovereign, ancient, divine Moors. For we are peace, we are not at war. We are peace, we are not at war. We are at peace, we are not at war. Islam.